Hello guys, this is another video from Seaman. Today I'll go to Glyfa in Greece. It's a small kind of city, like a village mainly, in central Greece. I drive from Volos to Glyfa, and this is another drive with me. Let's drive with me. These days the weather is a bit rainy, so I didn't expect to be like that. I wanted to go for fishing all these days, but I don't have so much free days to waste, so no matter what the weather is, I will take my chances and I will go for fishing. If it's so rainy, what I'll do, I will go for swimming next to that place that I would like to fish. The aim of this fishing trip is to try catch some squid. Actually, here in Greece the squid season starts from middle of September, October, up to early spring like March. Normally today is quite early to try for squid, but I like so much egging. Egging is the squid fishing, so I will give it a go. If I don't catch any, I will do some good training with the technique, but if you don't try, you never know. Okay, so from now and beyond, it's the squid season, so any day from here up to middle of October the squid season will start. Okay, I selected to go to a place that is quite deep, so I will try to search them in deeper waters. Normally squids live in deep waters, but during winter they come to shallow waters to reproduce and to hunt. So also they like cold water. Okay, so now it's autumn and the squids will start coming in the shallows. So yeah, I go there to Glyfa, and I will go via the highway. There are two ways to go there. Another, in the first and faster ways to go via the highway, but you need to pay tolls, and the cheapest way to go there to avoid tolls is to go from some side roads, but I will go via the highway today. During the weekend, the winter, when I go there quite often, I go via the side roads that it takes a bit more time to arrive there, but I save around €5 per fishing trip. Also today I will try some new squid lures, some eggy lures. I didn't have the chance to try them last winter, so I will start with them to see how they swim and how they behave with my rod. And see if I can catch any with them. Also, later at the end of this month, I will order some new squid jigs. It's quite addictive to buy all these new lures, especially for squids, because there are so many different colors, different sizes, and there are brands that each year they produce new products, and always you are tempting to try all this new stuff. Always you try to find the one lure that works better, that you can catch more. But at the end of the day, the brands catch more fishermen than a fisherman catches some squid with that lure. For me, my main kind of advice with fishing is that invest on time, so it's better to go as much often as possible for fishing rather than spend so much money in gear and go a few times for fishing. More times something swims in the water, more chances you have a fish to bite it. Okay, so it's better to spend your money on gas and on time, use your free time rather than spend so much money on gear. It's better to have some good quality gear, a good number of lures, but then try to catch, don't overspend. But this is subjective, but others, they have it as a hobby because they don't have so much time to go for fishing. They make a hobby to collect as much gear as possible and just look at them and have a good collection of rods, reels, lures and all that stuff. For me, what I do, I watch on Facebook photos and I'm a member of different groups, and I see what jigs produce more, so I buy them. I start with them that look more productive, but again here you need to be thoughtful because there are some people that they try to promote stuff from different shops, so you don't know if this is an actual good jig that produces. But just you need to have open mind and try to assess if this is actually something good. If you see that many people got something with the same lure and then buy that kind of jig. And as I said, it's better to start with like 5 to 6 different squid jigs, different colors and sizes, and just try, alternate one after the other, rotate them to see which one produces. But as I said, the main thing is that the more time something swims, more chances to have a bite. Okay, so just go as often as possible for fishing. When you go to a spot, don't stay there still and try to fish there for hours in the same place. It's better to walk, to move around. If you cannot catch something the first half an hour in the same spot, just walk a few meters on the left or on the right, then try again. If the place is so huge, just cast like make 3 casts in front of you, 3 casts left and right, so you do around 10 casts in front of you. If you don't have any result, then try with another lure. Try 3 different lures that have different weight. Some lures can drop to the bottom faster than the other, can sink faster, so you need to use different sink rates. So yeah, try with 2-3 squids, different lures. If you cannot catch any, then walk 20 meters left or right, repeat the same thing again and again. And if the squids are there, you can catch one. Okay, squids are quite aggressive most of the time, so if there are some squids there, you can get 1 or 2. Yeah, changing location, move around and go as often as possible are the best things you can do to catch any kind of fish. Then about the gear, don't go for the very cheap one. Okay, if it's a new technique for you, it's better to buy, for example, for egging. If it's the first time you go for fishing squid, it's better to buy a specific eggy rod. Even if you buy the cheapest one, but that fits this technique, it's better than you go with a spinning rod. So just get an eggy rod, a cheap one, a basic reel, a proper size of the line and the leader, and then try to catch squid with this setup. Okay, the moment you figure out how to catch your first squid, then you get it. Okay, so the moment you get one squid, you catch one squid, then you know how to catch the next and so on. Okay, this is the main thing is to catch the first one. And then the most expensive actually setup, the benefit of most expensive setup is that it's less tiring to you. You can fish more hours, it's lighter setup, Because it's lighter, you have a bit better feeling of the lure when you retrieve it and when a squid attacks your lure. But for me, an expensive gear, the main advantage is it's a bit lighter, and if you fish for hours, your hands will thank you. Okay. So yeah, now it's still, I try to fish for squids during the night. Now here it's 6 o'clock, night comes around 8 to something. So when I will arrive there, I will have some daylight and I will do some shore jigging. Okay, so I will use some metals to try to fish some real fish, not a squid. And when the light disappears, then I will change my setup with an eggy rod to try to search for squids. If in that place that I will go it's too rainy and have heavy rain, I will go for swimming. I will have my snorkel, my mask, and I will swim around my fishing ground to see what happens under the surface. Still the water is quite warm, so I can easily swim. But actually I swim even during the winter. So okay, it's cold, but we can adapt. But now in September the water is still warm and you don't have a strong sun, so you can stay longer in the water without worrying about UV rays and stuff like that. Yeah, now I'm in the highway. I don't go so fast, I try to respect the speed limits. As I said in my previous video, I changed my fuel pump with a new one. They told me now the engine will be a bit quieter and also my fuel consumption will be better. So, and I think yes, it is better because now I consume 0.4, almost half a liter less per 100 kilometers. Okay, so this translates in euros. I spend €1 less per 100 kilometers. So this fishing trip with this consumption will cost me €2 less. So okay, it's something. I mentioned about the price because I drive a lot and I cover long distances, so for me, even if per trip if I make around 20 trips per month, for fishing, for swimming, for just to drive for fun, just to clear my mind, if I can save around 50 to 60 euros per month, it's a good amount of money because per year it's 600 euros. So it's not something that I can ignore. Or I can spend that money to more fishing trips, actually, or just save it. But yeah, now I consume almost half a liter less after I change my fuel pump. So okay, that's good. My mechanic actually was not busy at all. Now in September many people spend all the money on vacation, so they don't go for fixing their car or to do any service, so they are not busy. And it took them 1 hour to change the pump, so I didn't wait so long. So now, yeah, I need, actually from here maybe I need other 40 minutes to arrive, something like that. I haven't been there since Christmas time, so I'm quite excited. This is one of my favorite places. Glyfa is one of my favorite places, so I have good memories there, especially with squid fishing. And I feel there that I feel good there in that location. I have that. There are places that are normal, but there are some places when I visit them, it's something that I feel too happy, too excited, even if that place doesn't have something special. Maybe it's some quiet place near the sea, nothing special, but has some kind of energy, some feeling to me that make me feel so calm and nice, and I feel so beautiful there in some places, and I want to stay there as long as possible. That's why I visit them a lot. I have few places like them. Every year now I discover more places like them. I try to find what is the common thing among them that make all these places so special for me, but I can't find some common factor. But okay, other places are on the mountains, other places are near the sea. Sometimes it's a specific street in my city that I like to go there for walking, so it depends. Okay, this is, I need to cover almost 30 kilometers until I take the exit for Glyfa. The weather changed so fast. Last week we had 35 degrees, now we have 22, and last week we have sunny, warm, hot days, and after 7 days we have autumn. But they say that in 5 days next week we will have warm weather again, so this is just the weather let us know, look, autumn is coming, not yet on full mode, but it's coming. This is good for fishing actually. For me, autumn is the best season for fishing. September, October, November and December, all these are good months for fishing, for any kind of fishing, from shore or from boat. Actually, I have a kayak, so I fish from my kayak as well. When I get an action camera, I will make videos from my kayak as well. To be honest, I haven't caught any fish from my kayak yet, but I found some. I had only one strike. That fish was quite large, but my setup was not for this size of fish. I had a spinning reel, I didn't have a saltwater reel, and that fish I estimate to be more than 5 kilos. It was so strong, and actually it managed to unhook itself. Okay, the line didn't break, just the fish managed to unhook itself. But with that reel, I felt that that reel was inadequate. Okay, so I felt that I couldn't pull it up easily at all. It was very difficult, and that reel is not some you know, for spinning belongs to medium to heavy spinning, so it's a 4000 ballistic, they have a ballistic reel. So for spinning, this reel it's more than enough to handle a large fish like 5 to 8 kilos. You can manage that because these fish in spinning run most of the time, so you can use their brakes to make that fish tired and to manage to bring it back to the shore. But if you use a spinning reel for boat fishing, saltwater fishing, on deep waters with large fish are not strong enough. Okay, you need a saltwater reel. Now I got one Saragossa Shimano 8000 for saltwater fishing. It's a very good quality reel that can handle large fish, but I haven't had any strike yet. But who knows? As I said, more times you go for fishing, more chances to catch something. Traffic today, the road is empty. Actually, yeah, these days the highway is empty. Sometimes I can drive for an hour or more and I cannot see any car in front of me. Just I'm alone in the highway. The forecast said that after 2 o'clock in the afternoon we will have sunny day, but it's still cloudy and there is rain. So tomorrow they say the weather will be good, no rain at least, so I will try to come tomorrow as well here, but I will come earlier, at least a couple of hours earlier, to swim, because I would like to check the ground. I would like to check the bottom where I'm fishing, because some of the guys there told me that the depth in front of me where I fish for squid is like 10 to 12 meters. Others they say it's 17 meters. I want to check how deep it is and the structure of the bottom. If there are big rocks, so I know where to cast my lure and how to avoid any snags. And because I do spear fishing as well, if I see some interesting structure, I can have it in my mind to go to fish that with my spear gun as well. So yeah. What I noticed is that when I start swimming in the winter, my body adopted to cold water more. So after I start swimming in the winter, I don't need to wear so heavy clothes. So it's often to wear a t-shirt when people want to have a long sleeve. I don't know. This is good for me because I don't like to wear heavy clothes. I like to wear light clothes. So it must be very cold in order to wear a heavy jacket and stuff like that. And here in Greece we don't have so cold weather, so I can survive with a light jacket during the winter most of the time. With which jig I will start fishing the squids. I have a teeny tiny one, it's size 1.8, belongs to very small eggy jigs, but has a very high sink rate, so it sinks quite fast. And this is what I got for this depth, that is above 10 meters deep. And because it's small, if the squids now are a bit lazy, are not so active, or the squids are not so big, for them it's more tempting to try to catch a smaller prey than a big one. So I will start fishing with smaller jigs, and while the season goes to its peak and we have larger squids, then I will start increasing my squid, my jig size. Normally for me my favorite one is 2.5 size and 3, but I have some 3.5. 3.5 is the largest size that I use, especially to this place where it's quite deep. I use this one, but now I invested some money to buy small jigs but have fast sink rates in order to use them if I believe that there are squids there but a bit lazy or not so active, or they don't, or the bait in that place consists of small tiny fish, so what they hunt there, the size of the bait is small, so I think it's more logical to use a smaller jig. Here I think earlier the rain would be heavier because I see so much water on the road. In Volos the weather was not bad at all. Only after I left it started raining. But here in this place I think rained a lot because I can see on the road so much water. But we never give up. No matter the conditions, we adapt. Okay, so even if the weather is bad for fishing because I'm afraid of hunters, just I will dive. If there the weather is okay, I will fish. Let's see. But I expect in the next couple of hours the weather will be improved. I need to check the weather when I will arrive. Check. Wait, this is 2 days ago. I couldn't come for fishing because I had the issue with the car, with the fuel pump. Yesterday I was quite busy with my job, and also I had to fix the fuel pump, and I spent my morning for that. Even if I had a day off, I had work to do at home, so this is a bit weird stuff. Even if I have a day off, sometimes I need to do some work from home, so I don't know what kind of day off is that. I didn't have for a proper day off for a long time ago. Always I need something to do, even if for an hour or two. So okay, now today I say enough. I need to go, no matter the weather. I need to have a trip. I need to go out. So if the water is good, I will fish. If it's not good, I will swim. If I cannot swim because it's so big waves or whatever, just I will enjoy my ride. But just I go out to nature. I love nature a lot. I love driving like that to these nice places. That's why now I started making these videos, so you can get a taste of my place here. But also I drive all over the Greece, so yeah. Now I need to slow down. This part, I think now you can see far away the sea. I don't know if it's visible from the camera. So in a while I will exit the highway and I will go to Glyfa. Here in the weather, if the weather is bad, most of the times there is so much heavy rain, so it's not quite nice to come here during the night because the rain is so heavy, and okay, it's not so nice experience. Okay, with snow I don't discuss that, because if here there is snow, because it's a hill, like now I go down, it's very dangerous to control your car, okay, so you need to be very, very careful when there is snow, and it's better just to avoid that trip, only if it's quite important. But again, even if it's quite important, I prefer to get the bus to go to Athens, because from here you take the same route to go to Athens rather than take my car. It's quite risky. There are some places from Volos to Athens where if there is snow, it's very difficult, and sometimes you can stuck there for hours in order to open the road and you can continue your travel. So doesn't worth all this trouble, unless it's something quite serious and you cannot avoid the trip. But again, it's better to take the bus. Couple of turns I will arrive to the exit of the highway. I'm driving a Mazda 3. I like Mazda a lot. I think, yeah, there is the sign that says exit to Glyfa in 1 kilometer. So, and from here when I exit I need to pay the tolls. I have this sensor, and so I don't need to stop entirely to pay by cash or by card. Just I use that sensor, and the gate opens automatically. Now I indicate. I'm so excited just because I go there. I haven't been there since Christmas, so I'm almost 9 months. 9 months. Yeah, here we go. Great. Yeah. Okay, so I don't like to stick the sensor on my windscreen, so just I do this, and yes, it opens the gate. Open the gate, and then I turn on the left. I check here. Yeah, great. And now we go to Glyfa. Also, there is another place that is called Vathikilo. I don't know what it is. It's not a village, it's just a place that has that name, and I saw that in the map, and I believe that is a good place to go there with my kayak. So it's a good place to start a kayak trip from there, because it has some it has a small island. It's very tiny one, like a football pitch size, but has deep waters, and I believe that I can find some big fish there, and it worth the time to spend there to check with my fish finder what is happening there. So let's see, maybe I will go for some kayak fishing, maybe on not tomorrow but Sunday or Saturday, one of these days. So beautiful, so many olive trees. My paradise. Maybe I'll make a stop to Vathikilo to see what is going on there, but it says that I need to turn, I don't know, maybe I will come here tomorrow. Vathikilo, I thought it's not okay. I will try to go tomorrow to see what is happening there, because I will come earlier, so now I don't want to waste my time. Here in the night is pitch black, pitch black, you cannot see anything. We don't have any lights here in that part of the road, and it's total black. Wow, my consumption dropped even further. Now it says 6.7, and before I changed my fuel pump, my consumption was 7.5, so it's 0.8 less. That's great. And I think I should have changed that a few years ago. But okay, now it made a weird noise, like that noise. When I start the engine, I could hear that noise for a couple of minutes, and the last days before I changed that, it did that sound almost all the time while I was driving. And they told me that the fuel pump has problems, and when the fuel pump doesn't work properly, makes that sound. And what happens, you have higher fuel consumption, the engine sometimes consume more petrol, sometimes less petrol, and if it breaks, then you don't want to experience this. Okay, so it's better to change that as soon as possible. You hear some weird noise from the back of the car, because the fuel pump is close to fuel tank, and in most cars the fuel tank is behind. So if you hear any sound like like that from behind, it's the fuel pump. So you need to go to the mechanic to check it. Here in front of us is the place that I would like to come to visit with my kayak, but you need to bear in mind that here there are very strong tidal currents. In the whole Greece, the strongest tidal currents are here at this place, and last year I didn't know that, and I had a very adventurous experience and quite dangerous, okay, because I caught in the middle of two strong tidal streams with my kayak in the middle of the winter, and it was quite scary, big waves. And when these waves were produced from the tidal stream, and the wind had the opposite direction from the tidal stream, and you can see some waves breaking on the same place, no moving, like you are in a river. So you can see, so if you had a surfboard, you can do surfing on the same spot without moving a meter. It was like a wave that stayed in the same place, just rolling. many waves like that, large waves, and with the large peaks, and I had to cross it with my kayak, and I had my chance to turn back, but the first tidal stream didn't look so scary. But when I tried to cross it, then I felt the power of the stream. And then when I managed to cross the stream, it was another larger than the previous one stream, more powerful. And that time I was idiot, and I tried to cross that. The second one, I managed to cross that, but I was quite afraid. And to come back, I did a very long distance to avoid that streams. I went where the water was quite deep and more calm. It's very, very dangerous experience for me. It's scary. I didn't feel so scary for years. I was afraid for my life, for my life, but I was sure that I will stuck in that island that I wanted to visit with my kayak for the night, and I was prepared for that. But because I know that many things can happen in the water, in my life jacket I had a fire starter, I had some snacks, I had water, I had some basic gear to make a shelter for the night, and I had my phone with me to call for help. That here is Vathikilou. This is the place that I would like to visit. But now I go to Glyfa. Not yes, Vathikilou. This is the place with a small island. And in the winter, I will try to do some wild camping in these small islands near the shore with my kayak. So I will carry my gear, I will fish, and then I will camp to that islands for the night. And next day I will leave and I will document that. I will make videos. I hope. Here there is no rain. Yeah. So yes, I will swim. Not. I don't swim now. I will fish. So nice place here on the right, and many buses here, because from Glyfa has a port that connects central Greece with a very large island it's very large island. The name is Evia, so you can get a ferry to go there. So many they come and go from there. I'm so happy. Yeah, Glyfa is in front of us. To be honest, last year I haven't been here during daytime. Always it was dark, and now I can see all this nice scenery. I hope this year to manage to come here during the day and fish squids from afternoon till middle of the night, sleep in my car. I made the proper setup in my car to make it as a mini camper. Yeah, Glyfa is in front of us, and here actually from Volos it takes an hour and 10 minutes to arrive, and I didn't drive so fast. the ferry boat place, which is the port, and there is my fishing spot. It's not a secret fishing spot. All the people here, they know that if you want to go for squid fishing, you go to the port. So during the high season, it's full of fishermen trying to catch some squid. This season, this summer was too dry, no rain at all, and very high temperatures, and I can see that the top of the trees become brownish. Oh, this is not good at all. We need rain. It's not because it's autumn, the season changes and the leaves change color. These trees, it's always good. And we have arrived. Yeah, 9 months to be here. Have a nice season, guys. Squid season. So good. Oh, some droplets, some rain droplets. Don't do that. Let's park our car. Let's park our car from here. Now I will make a U-turn to show you. Here in front of us we can swim. There is, people are swimming. What to do? I have my swimsuit. I make a U-turn here to show you the ferry. Pegasus Cruises. Pegasus Cruises. Guys, what to do? I will stop the video here. I will think if I will swim or not, and I will end the video here. Thanks for joining me in this drive. See you soon. I hope you enjoyed that, and to the next one. All the best, guys.